Driven by a highly motivated team, Lagos Television brings you robust programming. We are the voice of Lagos.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the news on Lagos Television. I am Bababumi Agbibi. Nigeria is set to play host to the Maiden African Descendants Diaspora Homecoming and Global African Economic Investment Summit. The president of the African Diaspora Union, Afridu Chidiebere Ogbu, stated this at a World Press Conference ahead of the summit in Abuja. Ogbu noted that the summit is a veritable opportunity for a global investment summit in Nigeria, as it seeks not only to attract African descendants into Africa for investment purposes, but also to create a move-on reparative justice, which can be a win-win situation. He further assured that the visit by Africans in the diaspora will attract about $30 trillion worth of investment and 5 million jobs in the areas of ethical mining, agribusiness, oil and gas, real estate, trade, and lots more to boost development in Africa. The Chairman Chief Executive Officer, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, Abike Dabiri Erewa, represented by the Secretary to the Commission, Dr. Sule Yakubu Bassi, stated that the inaugural summit is very timely in converging Africans in the diaspora to harness the human, material, and economic resources of the African diaspora for Africa's progress. The first edition of the event is cited in Abuja, Nigeria, because of the country's historical role as the epicenter of the transatlantic slave trading. The elaborate event is scheduled for October 18 to 27, and it will feature a series of events, including the Global African Investment Summit holding at the Eagle Square, Abuja, and the Badagry Door of Return Festival holding in Lagos on October 26 and 27, 2024. The Vice President, Kashim Shettima, has inaugurated the steering committee of the Nigeria Jubilee Program, NJFP, as part of measures by the federal government to scale up its employment initiative and enhance the employability of fresh graduates with market-ready skills and competence. NJFP, a Nigerian government initiative being implemented by the United Nations Development Programme with a seed investment from the European Union, is coordinated by the Office of the Vice President. Speaking while inaugurating the steering committee of the NJFP at the Presidential Villa, Vice President Shettima described the program as a decisive step by the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu towards equipping Nigerian youths with the required tools to become employers, innovators, and leaders in their chosen careers. Elena remarks, the UNDP resident representative in Nigeria, Elsia Tafua, commended the federal government for its unwavering leadership and commitment to advancing Nigerian human capital development, particularly youth development, as part of the Renewed Hope agenda. The Nigerian Police says it is committed to the reconstruction of the Falomo Police Barracks in conjunction with the Lagos State government and the private sector. The barracks, previously in disrepair, will undergo a complete redesign and reconstruction to provide modern, habitable accommodations. A statement from the Office of the Force Public Relations Officer, Force Headquarters, Olumuyiwa Dejobi, hinted that the project, which was initiated under the leadership of former Inspector General of Police, Usman Baba Akali, in collaboration with the Lagos State government through a public-private partnership, will soon come into reality following the commitment of the current IGP, Kayode Egbetokun, to improving officers' housing. A nationwide assessment revealed that less than 25% of police personnel have access to adequate barracks accommodations, with 90% of existing barracks falling into severe disrepair. The urgent reconstruction of these facilities, including Falomo Barracks, is not only necessary but aligns with international best practices to ensure the safety and well-being of police officers. Drivers and dispatch riders in Lagos State have been challenged to pay attention to their mental health as well as comply with all traffic regulations. And this is the advice at a workshop that focuses on safety, compliance, and mental health and driving in Lagos. According to the General Manager of Lagos State Drivers Institute, Fusat Tiamiyu, and other stakeholders at the workshop, it is important to adopt mechanisms that will protect all road users.
Too, they have a role, a critical role that they are playing to make economic grow, to make society safe, to even, because if drivers are not doing it right, we won't be having efficient transportation, we won't be having good movement. What we want is safety. Safety. That's the advocacy we normally portray in our agency. Let everything be safe. When we are driving and you know that the next driver won't give you issue, definitely you will not even be afraid on the road.
Anything compliance when it comes to safety in every sphere. Lagos State is always at the forefront, and this time around, we are focusing on the drivers. Our drivers are always on the road most of the time, so we want to be sure that when they are on the road, they are safe for themselves, and they also, they also keep the road safe for other road users. So that's how we are here, and we're partnering with.
We hope that a lot of people will want to have positive disposition to everything going on, because positive disposition helps one to cope better and adjust to life as we hope for better tomorrow. We actually have hope.
You are not just there to drive, you are also supposed to take care of your mental health. When you are healthy, you will be able to also take care of the people you drive and even yourself who is handling the wheels.
For the drivers, it's important to know what it takes to be behind the wheels and in good mental health.
I've learned about mental health skill and how good it is for a driver to be knowledgeable and how your knowledge should be affecting others around you. And also we've learned about defensive driving, how to drive to be alive, to drive to be safe. That's the essence of you being a driver. And also the importance of you in the field.
The Lagos State government says it will continue to train drivers to ensure reduction of crashes on Lagos roads and improved traffic flow. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention says mpox has spread to 63 local government areas in the country across 25 states and the Federal Capital Territory. According to the report, 94 confirmed cases have been reported out of the 1,297 suspected cases recorded so far from January 1 to October 6, 2024. NCDC noted that 47 new suspected cases were reported in week 40, 2024, compared with 67 cases reported in week 39. It, however, noted that 6 confirmed cases were reported in week 40, compared with 10 confirmed cases reported in week 39 of 2024. In sports, President Bola Tinubu says he is deeply moved by the inhuman treatment endured by the Super Eagles of Nigeria at a Libyan airport as he welcomes the safe return to Nigeria. The harrowing experience of the national football team at the hands of their host and the Libyan authorities prompted the Nigerian Football Federation to withdraw the Super Eagles from the scheduled match on Tuesday. President Tinubu expects the disciplinary board of the Confederation of African Football, CAF, to conduct a thorough investigation and recommend appropriate actions against those who willfully violated the organization's statutes and regulations. While applauding the players for keeping the spirit alive despite the excruciating ordeal in Libya, Mr. President commends the proactive coordination between the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Federal Ministry of Sports Development in addressing the unfortunate episode. President Tinubu says he recognizes football's unifying power in bringing nations and people together and views the treatment of Nigerian citizens as unsportsmanlike and inhumane, a stark contrast to the spirit of the game. Outside Nigeria, the Vice President of the United States of America, Kamala Harris, claims that former President Donald Trump is out for absolute power. She adds that Trump is unstable, unhinged, and out for unchecked power while addressing a large crowd in Pennsylvania. Harris advises Americans to watch his rallies and to review everything he says during his rallies for them to fully understand what he truly stands for. And this is coming after a weekend when Trump's authoritarian rhetoric reached chilling new levels and hinted at the extreme nature of his potential second term. Meanwhile, Democratic vice presidential nominee Tim Walz went even further, suggesting the ex-president's musings about using the military against domestic foes he branded the enemy from within, which could amount to treason. That's all for now. For more news, do connect with Lagos Television on these social media platforms. A quick reminder to call Lagos toll-free lines 767-0112 in case of emergencies. Many thanks for watching. I am Bababumi Baby.
The Conversation. Let the conversation continue.
We must make headway as you've charted the course. The people deserve no less.
We have started the conversation with them, and I want to tell you that it's ongoing effort, and we'll continue to have the conversation.
Let the conversation continue.